Yay, yay. It is hump day, Wednesday at 8 p.m., y'all. It is the ham show.
What up, y'all? Chime on in. Chime on in. How's everybody doing out there? This is Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Y'all chime in every week. And if you haven't chimed in, tell somebody to chime in with you.
Yeah, what he said.
And tell them to come on in and we could talk about this, pretty thing that we was
Situation.
about to talk about. I don't know what the header looked like. What the header looked like this week, babe?
Uh,
The thumbnail.
um, it's just
Okay. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
it's just a thumbnail.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
What
But,
it say? What the
It's
thumbnail?
they what it say?
You did the thumbnail. I don't.
Hold
Oh,
on.
yeah. Y'all bear with us, cause
No, we good. Don't worry about it.
we good.
Don't worry
No,
about it.
we
Don't worry
not
about
good.
it.
We doing
What did it
bad
say?
right now.
No, what did I put? I put
I don't know what you put.
when I become president.
Oh, is that what you did?
I think so.
Let me look it up, cause your ass ain't shit. I'll tell you what, man.
I
I
think
mean,
that's what I did.
we're gonna need another back office supervisor. Is anybody out there looking for, a little small gig? Let us know.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. You didn't look. You gonna tell me you ain't
Yeah,
look?
but you the one I asked you what it say and you don't know.
I'm having a memory
You
situation.
having something.
I couldn't remember. I
Yeah,
was too much going
you was
on.
too busy singing to that cheesecake. That's what you was
Man,
doing.
it's over here too.
He
It's
was like,
good.
"Oh, and I love you."
I ain't say I
You was over
love
here
you and
sounding.
all that.
You was wooga 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 wooga.
Okay, so you don't be singing in your food
Fuck,
sometimes.
no, only women do that. Only women do that.
Whatever, dude. You gonna
If you
introduce
sing,
yourself?
if you sing to your food, press a 1 in the chat.
You ignorant.
I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams, y'all.
I am Treasure Cheltenham, and I too am one of the hams.
Well, y'all chime in tonight. We're gonna be
And
talking
this
about.
is what the ham show.
Oh yeah, this
You
is the
forgot
ham
to tell-
show.
You don't ever tell no. See,
Yeah, this is the ham show. Y'all chime on in and every week,
I thought that was
Wednesday,
my mouse for a second.
every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Tonight we're gonna be talking about that debate, y'all. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
we're gonna be talking about something else, but the debate is what we really
The
talking
debate
about.
was whack.
Hey, why didn't you put we was talking about the debate on the thing?
I did.
Let me look at the thing. You be tripping sometimes.
That's what it say that in the summary.
No, it need to be on the thumb. Like you put the wrong thing on there, baby.
Oh, I ain't say that. I didn't say
I
that.
don't know what you said.
I
Let me
didn't.
look.
I didn't do that. I didn't. Don't look because I didn't do it.
I need to get somebody up here who knows.
I didn't do it.
Where is the
do it.
thumbnail?
It don't matter because that's not what it says. It's in red, white, and blue though. It's patriotic. It's really it's hella patriotic.
Yeah, they don't even know what the show is about.
That's because that makes the one to chime.
No, it don't. People too lazy to do that.
The other one shows what it's about.
What other one? I ain't seen it.
The one that's being shared.
You was having a problem.
I'm not.
Tonight.
You fucking with me, and I'm trying to get it right.
Your CPU is not working tonight. You need to go ahead and reboot, come back in, get on the internet.
So relaxed.
No.
Okay, but you know how you want to just chill and you get into that mode and you be like, damn, I got stuff I gotta do.
You was tripping right now. Every Wednesday night, y'all. Every Wednesday night we got a show, 8 p.m.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but you're not here. You still on the couch, like somewhere.
I'm right here.
No.
I'm right here right now.
No.
Oh, for real. We good.
I'm looking for you.
Look.
I'm trying to find you. What up, Chris?
See, ham bone in the house.
Chris in the house. Hey, Chris, if you sing to your food,
oh my God,
let us know, man. Because my wife came in here serenading a piece of pie.
It was not a piece of pie. It was a piece of cake.
A piece of cake pie.
There's a difference.
It was a pastry, y'all. And she was in here just. I don't even know the words.
Did you see what that dude did with the water when he said, when you say nice
things? It was cake. It was cheesecake, Chris.
It was cheesecake. when you say nice things to your water and you freeze it and it freezes in these beautiful crystals and it really pretty flakes. But if you say mean things to your water, it freezes in these like nasty, ugly looking.
I
So
ain't
like
seen that.
you
Where that
gotta
video? Pull that up.
when you talk to your food and you speak good stuff into it,
Not when it's cooked. Ain't no life in it
listen,
when it's cooked. Water's not cooked.
that's not the point that I
Water
was
is lit.
making.
Well, the point is you
But
can't
you know
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
use the point that you.
But you understand what I'm saying.
I do understand,
So
but
why you had to
it don't
counter
apply
it?
to cake. That's all I'm saying.
It do apply to cake.
Hey, y'all know how many bad breaths a cake has smelled
Oh my
over the
God.
years. So if you had a cake,
No, it was not the strawberry cheesecake, Steph.
If you had
What up, Steph?
if you
Hi,
had a
Ices.
cake, if you had cake, right?
Oh my God.
And somebody put candles on it, you disrespected your cake. Because you had to blow them candles out. And you blew that hot ass breath on that cake. How you gonna
Chris said get the bottle.
Get the bottle?
He said, let's hear you.
My wife put it in a different spot.
No, I didn't do nothing.
I had it
you
right
was
here.
over there earlier. You kicked it. You was like, and then you was gonna blame me.
No,
for
Eddie,
it.
are you okay?
And then
are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie? No. I had it in arm's reach.
What was that?
Because I'm trying to revive you. I had
you
it
was
right
just over
here.
there a few minutes ago
No,
kicking
that don't.
stuff around.
Who moved it over there?
You did that. I didn't do nothing.
No,
I ain't touched nothing.
no. Chris, it's not.
No, Chris,
it's not within arms.
He moved it, Chris.
She's over here trying to overtalk me. She's being insubordinate and disrespectful.
No, he moved it, Chris. And
Look,
he's trying to.
Chris,
He's on
I did not move the jar.
He's on some projection.
My wife
not having
moved
it.
the jar.
I
How y'all doing?
Never touched
anyway,
it.
how y'all doing out there right there now? What y'all going out there now? I'm putting my glasses on.
Yeah, with your blind ass.
Yeah, I do. I need to see.
Uh-huh.
Hey, y'all. What up, Chris? What up, Steph?
What up, Ryan?
Hopefully Steph gonna stay on tonight because he just come on, press a like, and then go back to sleep.
I know,
like, with his sore ass.
I know. That's disrespectful.
That's crazy, man.
All right, so listen.
What? What you laughing? What is wrong with you today? You is not on point today.
Me?
Me. Yeah, you.
Man, look here. I'm good.
You is tripping.
He said I walked it. Left all out. I walked in. Oh, why do things you don't normally see? You usually put it up there. What you ain't even doing your job.
What?
He said, "What you mean? That's love." Steph said, "What you mean? That's love."
That ain't love, bro. You going here go. There you go. You want to see it?
Chris said, "Fuck it. I'm gonna get a bottle." He said, "I'll come show you love before I go to bed."
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, how many people seen that situation with Tyreek Hill?
I don't know, but why you whispering? How many people seen that situation with Tyreek Hill, y'all? And what y'all think about that?
I ain't see it. I just heard about it.
I ain't see it. We about to watch it right now, right?
I guess so. We can.
Are we about to pull that up?
We can. You want to pull it up?
Chris said he's going to get his own bottle. Let me put my glasses on.
I think, what I originally thought happened was they pulled him over, realized it was Tyreek Hill, and then they was like, oh, shit, we got to let him go.
Steph said it was bullshit.
Yeah, it totally was bullshit, Steph. And they had to let him go because it was going to affect their fantasy. They finished
football league.
They was like, disrupted. Oh no, we gotta let this nigga go. He got to be
the chief and the captain was like, hey, bro.
Yeah. What you doing?
Not tonight, man.
No.
Not tonight.
Get him afterwards. Get him afterwards. But he on,
yeah, for sure. Sad to see.
And the crazy part. So what I heard was that like when they pulled him over for speeding and reckless driving or whatever. I guess he was trying to get.
I guess he was going 120 miles an hour to the game.
He was trying to get to the game.
He was running late to the game.
Well, he was being uncooperative because they kept trying to tell him to roll his window down, and he was like, nah, because he didn't want nobody to see him, obviously for obvious reasons, because it was going to bring a bunch of. He was trying to do them a favor, really, because first thing they're going to see is that's Tyreek Hill that the police got pulled over. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess it kind of went crazy from there.
Yeah, apparently I haven't seen the videotape yet, but we about to watch it.
Yeah, we got like a whole situation.
He said they slammed it to the ground for no reason. That's what Stephen said.
That's what I heard.
Excuse me, I got to sneeze.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Think about it.
Get the beam footage up, baby.
All right, then. You supposed to take this down, man.
Take what down?
All right, so I don't know how all, but this is like a long ass video.
Yeah, we about to watch it
So
right
we're
now.
gonna see what part. I kind of fast forwarded a little bit. Guess they were filming it.
Turn it up, man. I'm hearing that. So it looked like he just gave him his credentials.
Oh, he got him out the car already. You need all that many people? Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah,
we got it here.
Right from the beginning, man. Where's this video from?
Off of this motorcycle cop right here.
Yeah. Oh, so it's from the police.
Oh yeah.
Like who gave the footage?
Oh, hold on. I gotta go back to that. I'll tell you in a second.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window like that, though. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm gonna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do. Keep it down. Hey. Keep your window down. Hey. Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 Damn. What part of blood are you in this town?
He said, "Damn."
I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? You understand? Not when you want, but when we tell you. You're a little fucking confused. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late. All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. We are. We will. Good, bro. It is good. Hey. Don't worry about
it. I wonder how it all, like, does anybody have the video of how, like, when he actually got pulled over?
I think he was speeding.
Yeah, but where's the cop's video where he got actually pulled over?
I don't know.
So, like, why? What I want to know is why was the football player so like fuck you when you know what I'm saying? What was said before?
Well, what happened was, I guess he walked up and he knocked on his window hella hard. He was like, "Don't knock on my window like that."
So was that the beginning of this?
That was the beginning.
You sure? Because it seems like they were all there before.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Like, okay, so right over here. Let's go back.
Maybe there's another video out there. We probably need to find that.
Like, and I don't know if, like, in this part of the video, like, this almost like they were waiting somewhere. So this look like it's the garden.
What did Chris say?
I can't imagine myself being treated differently if I acted like that. The cops do seem heavy-handed, but then there again.
Well, the cops seemed aggressive. I wanted to know what, maybe they had a conversation before this video, or was there another video that's out? Hey, if you guys have seen any other videos, let us know and we'll try to pull it up right now.
Or find a different one.
Yeah, so what, like, where's the video of him pulling him over? What did they pull him over for?
So here's the that's him.
Also, he's running him now. So you didn't rewind the whole video, babe.
Well, they were all sitting there, and then I guess.
So they were sitting at a park. He blew by, and they was like he was speeding. So they pulled him over. Looks like they're pulling him over now. Telling him to pull over.
How's your speeding?
He just pressed the camera.
He pressed the sound.
No, the camera. So the camera. That looks like a Corvette, right?
Or no, that's either a Lamborghini or I think it's a Lamborghini. So that's what it was.
What?
They pulled him over because he was speeding.
Right.
Yeah, Isis said they said something about the seatbelts. They only said about the seatbelt right here when he knocks.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window.
And see, now he's asking about his seatbelt.
Like that, no. Like what? Don't knock on my window like
Okay, so then we can go back to where we kind of left off at.
You gotta move right now. Let me have your license. You're gonna take it.
Yeah, you're going too far.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I get he was on the phone with somebody. Once they pulled him out.
I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery in your ears. Chill, bro. Hey, don't do, bro.
Yeah, that cop is out of the cop is in his feelings. The football player shouldn't have did what he shouldn't have said what he said.
Go back.
But the cop was in his feelings.
Go back. Wait, pass that card. Pass that card. Giving you a lawful command, you need to step down. You want to be in handcuffs too? All right, then back up. We're not playing this game here, man.
Well, I just want to know what happened.
So it's not your business. It's not your business. Keep going back. Hey, get back in your car before you get a ticket. Get back in your car and leave.
Chris, he didn't run. The cop instructed him to move. His window was down when the cop pulled up
You gotta
on him.
move right now.
The cop instructed him to go past the
Let me
light
have
and
your
pull
license.
over.
Let me have
And
your
that's what he
license.
did.
I'm not
He's in a
playing. Let me have your
high-powered
license.
car, so if you
Your
just
license
press the
right now.
gas pedal
Your license
off,
right
it's
now.
going to sound like
You're
you're
not
trying
gonna
to
give
get
me your
down the
license?
street, regardless.
You're not gonna give me your license?
I'm leaving.
Let me have your license. Your license right now. Hey, your license right now.
He was on the phone with
Your
them,
license
and they
right
pulled
now.
up like, you
Your
know, what's
license
going
right
on.
now.
Right, those are probably
You're
other
dealing with me
football
now.
players.
Yeah,
Your
they
license
are.
right now. We're not playing this game here, man.
What the fuck is he talking
This cop
about?
is extremely aggressive,
All right, go get your license.
We're not playing this game here, man.
and he's in a Rolls Royce truck.
Close the
Right.
door.
So at this point, dude should know you done already pulled over a high powered something.
No, it's not that it's high powers that these guys have money.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
The problem is that the cop was aggressive. The cop with the camera is aggressive.
Super. Yeah, he snatched it.
Yeah, he snatched it from him. He's not showing people respect. He's acting like he's a scared cop.
The thing about it is Tyreek Hill about to get paid off of this.
I don't know about that. Not by how he handled it.
He got the right to say what he wants. They
He
have the
does
right
have-
to. They don't have the right to snatch you.
And
out
I'm
the
not
car.
saying that. I'm saying that he rolled the window up on the cop. But the cop taunting him and all that stuff, that's not cool.
Huh? No? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he told him to move forward, Chris.
He asked him to move forward from they pulled up to the light. He said, pull over to the right once you come past this. And he did just that. He rolled the window up. He started making a phone call saying, he's probably saying, hey, I'm about to get pulled over.
Right.
So he's probably telling his teammates or his coach.
He was on the phone with somebody telling him I'm getting pulled over.
Reginald says teammate.
If you want to say it to me,
Get in your car and leave.
it's a little
Listen, avoid this. Get in your car and leave.
I'm giving you an order. One more time.
Get in your car and leave.
One more time. I'm giving you an order to get out of here.
See, this guy's aggressive, man. He's
Hey, you
crazy.
see how he's walking
Yeah,
away?
he's crazy. This dude doesn't need to be a cop.
But all of them is tripping.
No, it's just this guy. It's two guys. It's the guy with the
him
camera.
and the one that got the camera.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
showing.
Move the car, sir, please. Please move the car.
The car has to hang out for a minute now. He's okay.
He said about moving the car. For what?
Write me a ticket.
Yeah.
Stephen said he
Huh?
for some reason my shit's lagging.
Yeah, careless. She was speeding too fast.
Stephen said he saw the video the night there and he was being cool and just told him to leave.
Oh, okay.
And he was a dickhead and cop came up tripping.
He said when the dickhead cop came up tripping.
Right. Well, it looks like there's several cops here. What's the black thing in the middle?
That's because that's his license
Oh, okay.
information. They're blocking that out.
Christine Nielsen says that she's working right now, but she's listening. Thank you, Christine.
Shout out to Christine.
I don't know.
Chris says, here's how I see it. You have aggressive cops. At the same time, what I see, to be honest, are rich guys that are acting like they are special.
They are special.
They are special.
They are special, Chris. Let's be very clear about that.
They're special.
They're special.
But that's not the real problem is this. Cops can't get in their feelings when someone says something to them. They think the cops act like they're not public servants. They walk up on people and be extremely over aggressive when really they could just have a conversation, write a ticket, and send him on his way.
And if you just do that, you'll understand. You'll actually see more people calm down that way.
Right. I wouldn't want people passing by to take pictures of me either. Like, this is
the thing about it is, this is what my understanding was. He wrote, yes, that's what it was, Reggie. He rolled his window up because he's fucking Tyreek Hill.
Right.
He's on his way to his game. It's football Sunday, and it's the first Sunday. He's on his way to his game, and he don't want people to see that it's Tyreek Hill being pulled over because it's going to create a scene. So, dumb, whether he knew who he was or not, all of that, he don't have to keep his window rolled down. He didn't. That's unnecessary. All of that, do what I tell you to do, that's unnecessary. He don't have to do any of that.
Everything that he so the part that this is how I see it. When he rolled the window up on the cop while he was trying to speak to him, he rolled it all the way up. He didn't leave room.
No, I thought dude was walking away.
No, he rolled it all the way up while the cop was trying to address him. The problem there is that the cop's trying to speak to him, and then he disregarded the cop. So that's when he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna open the door. You know what I'm saying? But the cop was aggressive. Period. He would have scared the shit out of some lady. If it was a woman in that car, he'd have scared the shit out of her.
That's just who's.
Said, you know, y'all in on the video clip.
Let's kind of get to the point. We're gonna fast forward here a little bit.
You say, yes, I agree. Metro cops are cool. That's been my experience. I've never seen heavy-handed cops here in Vegas.
That's because you're white.
That's because you're the wrong color.
You're white, Chris. You don't. That comment should even come out your mouth. Let's just be honest.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. Bro.
I've had plenty of heavy cops pull me over,
snatching doors open,
snatch my door open
until they saw how big he was.
Yeah, and then like, when I started talking to him and telling him how much money I was going to take from his pockets,
he calmed down.
That's when he calmed down.
Yeah. I went to jail for a brake light.
Right.
Now, that's a whole nother story. So yeah,
cop got suspended already. Is that confirmed? Can we confirm that? Was that on the news?
They said they said that Tyreek might get paid on this one because of the situation.
It's the way how aggressive that cop was.
See, he turned the sound off now.
Yeah, he turned off the sound because he didn't want to hear people to. He didn't want people to hear
the correction. Look,
him
he got it.
Oh, my bad, homie.
Look, I got it.
This is my bad, homie. Let me get you on your way.
Because trust me, that little punk ass ticket, them dudes,
tickets ain't shit.
Them dudes is not even gonna pay them tickets.
That's why all he had to do is just write him a ticket.
Yeah.
Your tag is expired. Okay, you're standing and stopping your car where you're not supposed to. Here's a citation, sir. You can take it to court, traffic school. You can pay for it.
He said, Stephen said, yeah, it was confirmed.
That the cop got suspended?
Yeah. Automatic window will go up all the way that you can, you got to put it in where you want.
Oh, the automatic, when you hit the button?
Yeah, when you hit the button, the automatic window does go up.
I thought dude was walking away though. And he was like, he just hit the button like, all right, you walking away.
I think I need to charge my what's it called? Yeah, that's what it is. I need to charge my
and see these dudes over here, they know who he is. They over there like, nigga.
They tripping. Yeah, that's like this dude is over aggressive. Like,
yeah.
Other cops know when one cop is tripping. You can see him stand to the side like, you're not going to get me hemmed up on this case.
Whose phone was this? Whose phone was this? Huh? Whose phone was this? Was that? Let me see.
All right, we're gonna go to the end of this.
Yeah, we all know what happened. I don't think there's anything else on there.
Because they let him go.
They let him go because he was in the game.
Yep, he gonna get paid.
He gonna get paid for how aggressive he handled him over a speeding ticket. That's the problem. It wasn't like he's in a $500,000 car. Write him a ticket and send him on his way. It don't matter what he say. I mean, I didn't see white folks say worse.
I didn't see white
folks
get
go
out
home.
and get in the patrol car.
Right.
6 miles an hour. All right. So
I've seen white folks say worse to cops and go home without any problems.
No. The reason. Here's the question.
Look. You see? He said relax. He turned his volume off.
Right.
That's bullshit. Yeah, he turned his volume off to say whatever he's saying right there. Dudes, that's another reason why he probably got suspended, because and he's shaking everybody's hand and shit.
Right, and cops shouldn't be able to turn their shit off. Once it's on, it's got to stay on. They shouldn't be able to have control over that. They should have to have a sergeant come out and say, "Hey, let me turn that off for you."
Right.
They
now
should
look. Now he gonna turn it back on.
Cannot wear my seatbelt.
He gonna turn it back on.
Right.
And then he said something about for not wearing a seatbelt.
So he did all that just to write him up for a seatbelt, but he could have just wrote him a ticket.
And then had somebody else drive his car for it.
Right.
And he still went and scored.
Right. Yeah, this
dude gotta feel
stupid. This cop was irate.
Dude gotta feel stupid.
Pulling him over was the right thing to do. Write him a ticket, it was the right thing to do. But how he handled it was not the right thing to do. He shouldn't have handled it that way.
The funny thing to me is how he turned his body cam sound on and off at the most convenient times.
What I'm saying, Chris, is that we all seen that video where the white dude is saying, "Fuck you, bitch," this and all that shit to a cop, and the cop just saying, "Calm down, sir, calm down," and he never put his hands on him. They never tased him. They never do nothing to him.
I mean,
let's not act ignorant to what's happening. Yeah,
but this man says
there are. Hold on. Yes, there are white people out there, or people who are the lighter shade of hue, that gets manhandled by a cop or a gun pulled on them, but they not doing them like they going home to their families.
Right.
They get to go home to their families.
Right.
They get to talk all the shit they want to talk. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck your mama. Fuck everything. The cop takes them to jail. They get out the next day or what it is. Half the times they pull these people over and they having a issue with a cop. Cop didn't beat them up. He got a bloody nose or get thrown. And he puts his knee on his fucking neck. Some bullshit. That shit's crap.
Facts. So yeah, like when you say that you don't know, you'll do this, that, and the other. That doesn't happen to you. It's just not gonna happen to you. You don't have shit to worry about.
He said he got to win the chip before he gets his respect in Miami.
Yeah, he said they fight with people, Chris. They let a naked guy steal his truck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For sure, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen where a person has jumped out and jumped into the fucking patrol vehicle and giggled, and they just politely handcuffed him.
Chris says he said he guess he's out of touch. He says, I'm out of touch. I've been in Vegas since 2007, and since I've been here, I have only 3 encounters with Metro. I don't have many encounters with Metro or Northtown. What I'm saying is that they handle people of different hues,
differently,
of different colors differently. That's all I'm saying. And to deny that part, maybe that's the part that you might be out of touch on. I'm not saying it for you, but because I don't get pulled over in the manner that these guys get pulled over. There's only been one time for me.
But the fact of the matter is that there was a time for him.
Right. So what I'm saying is
that should have never been.
Is that most of these cops are overzealous. They're either scared or they got personal issues. They need to get rid of these people and put people in there that just want to write a ticket and send people to court. Now, when it comes down to gunslinging, hey, it is what it is. Let the cop do his thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather a cop go home safe than a person who just pulls a gun out on a cop. You know what I'm saying? Out of no reason. I'd rather have a cop just be safe and go home. But these cops got to understand this is the job.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You signed up for it. And if you don't know how to speak to people, like, you realize the things that they do. Like, first and foremost, knocking on this man's window like that super hard and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna say something too. This is a fucking $500,000
if he knocked
car
on my little $45,000 Chevy Silverado outside like that,
right,
I would have said, "Hey, bro,
chill out. What you doing?"
Right, but like, what the hell?
So I mean, the thing about it is that, like, when he pulled him over before he even knew who he was, he looked at that car and he was just like, "Oh, okay." And then when he realized it was a black dude, it kind of did something for him.
Right.
And you can tell because of how he responded. It wasn't until everybody else probably told him, "Dude, do you know who that is?"
The cop didn't even regard him saying, "Hey, don't hit my car like that."
Right.
He just kept asking the question. Like, just write a ticket, motherfucker. Like, don't come over here yelling at me because I was speeding. Yeah, I was speeding. Write a fucking ticket.
Right.
Shut the fuck up and write a ticket.
And that's it. Like, all that other rhetoric and that, like, that's unnecessary. And so the thing about it is, what the point that I'm making is, they can do it, but then when we do it, it's a problem. Because, like, think about it. You came up to my window aggressively banging on my shit, knocking hard or whatever. So when I responded and told you, "Hey, please don't do that," you, like you say, you disregarded that.
He disregarded
You didn't even say, "You know what, my bad, I'm just trying to get your attention," or whatever. He disregarded it and then finally said something hella smart afterwards, like, "Well, I'm trying to get your attention so you can see me."
That cop tried to devour another person instead of working with another person. Police have to understand that they are here to work with the public.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be muscling the public.
Right. You bullying people and shit.
You're supposed to work with the public. And if you can't do that, fucking quit. If you can't do that, get fired. Go work somewhere else where you can be aggressive. Go to the MMA.
Right.
Where you can fight somebody who's equivalent with you.
Right. Get in the ring with somebody. But they too scared to do that too. So Tyreek Hill gonna get paid.
I hope he gets something. I hope that cop gets either penalized or they get rid of his ass. It's probably not the only time he's dealt with somebody. I hope they do a deep audit and an investigation on that man.
What did Chris say?
Hold
on. Go back. We going too fast. He says, "I'm curious, what is the cop supposed to do absent a rolled down window?" What do you mean?
Yeah, give us a little bit more content on that, Chris.
So I can answer it. Like, if you mean, you like, what if he's supposed to do if he roll his window up? Nothing. He can roll his window up. That's not illegal. And the cop can't make him have his window down.
Can't make him have it down. We don't know on that particular part. We don't know if that's a case of the automatic window just going all the way up and he didn't stop it, because once the window went up, he rolled it back down to start talking to him.
Right.
So the cop was just impatient.
Here's the thing, Chris. When you said, how does the cop talk to the guy if the window is up? You don't. Go write the ticket.
Write the ticket.
You don't have to talk to me.
You don't really have to say nothing.
You don't have to say nothing to me.
A cop don't have to have a conversation with you.
No.
All he got to do is write the ticket.
This is what you did.
This is what you did. Sign right here, buddy.
Ticket for. Right. That's it. That's all. And that's that's the thing. When they start running their mouth, I had like a cop tell me, because my windows was tinted, he was like, "Oh, so what, is your car dirty?" Like, just stupid shit.
Yeah,
like,
they say stupid
for
shit
no reason.
But they say stupid shit and expect you not to say something back to them.
Yeah,
that's derogatory.
Then, right. And so then when you respond, because like a normal person would, when you say something stupid to them, you're gonna respond in a certain way. Now you're being aggressive. Now you're not compliant. Like, that shit's a setup.
My shit is tripping. I don't know why it's doing that. He says,
He didn't get the information.
the information's on the car.
Yeah, it's on the license plate.
It's on the license plate. When you run a car,
That's why the DMV started doing that.
Yeah,
because of this.
The cops have a system called the STAR system, and they've been having it for years. It's probably called something different now.
It's still called STAR, I believe. But there's two of them.
Yeah, they have a system when they pull up behind you and they run the plate, especially a motorcycle cop. So a motorcycle cop comes up behind you.
Exactly.
He gets on the horn and he
they're
says,
designed for traffic.
He says whatever state it's from. And then he runs the number, and then the person on the other side goes, yeah, this is such and such. This is supposed to be this vehicle registered to such and such. This is what it is. The car's in good standing. This is what's happening.
Blah, blah,
then he goes, okay. He walks up to the car. As soon as the guy didn't give him, like he didn't roll the window down, he should have walked back to his bike, called another officer, and said, hey, I'm about to serve a ticket, but the guy won't roll his window down, so I'm just going to serve him a ticket, and then we're going to get up out of here. He didn't have to have no conversation with him. It wasn't a stop where the person was a criminal. It was a stop where a person had a traffic infraction, and a traffic infraction is not breaking the law. That's just breaking a statute of the state that you're living in.
That's it. So
Sick and tired of these overzealous cops. They need to sit the fuck down.
Yeah, because like I said it before. I'm not gonna say it tonight, but you know what I mean. He said he knew who he was. He just had it out for a celebrity.
Exactly. He wanted to try to make an example of a celebrity.
Yeah. He thought he was finna make an example. That's what he thought. Chris says,
not knowing that 10 of the linemen was sitting behind him.
That they all on the way to the game,
Exactly.
right? And niggas is pulling up like, what you doing?
They was probably all at the same bar.
At the same place.
Before they came to the game.
Yep.
What did Steph say?
And that's the thing, too. Here's another thing. The cop knew where he was at. He knew what day it was.
Right.
He knew what time it was. You know that you seeing all these fly-ass cars go down the street. You know what's happening.
I would have wrote him a ticket and sent him on his way.
I just would have pulled up to him and said, hey, slow down. Or do you need an escort?
No, because now
I would have just escorted it.
The problem is this. When a cop throws on his horn, the video starts recording no matter what. So he has to do something.
But he didn't do that.
What do you mean?
He didn't throw on anything right away. When he started he was sitting there. He was recording while he was sitting there talking to his friends on the bike.
Right, but he threw his lights to pull him over. And then he rolled up next to him. He said, after this light, pull up. And then he pulled up like that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is because he made a stop, he had to do some type of either why I stopped you. This is why I stopped you. I'm going to write you up for this. You know what I'm saying? They got to do that. It's for their books.
Chris says what?
I don't know. Could you click on them? Because my shit is tripping.
He says, okay, but the ticket is for the driver, not the car. How do they know the driver is the registered owner of the car? It doesn't matter what okay. So when you're running a plate for two reasons. You want to know if that car is legally registered to be on the streets and if it has insurance.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
It don't matter who's driving.
It doesn't matter who's driving it unless there was a reported car stolen.
Right.
Then they go, hey, I need to know who you are.
Right. That's when you start getting into that. But when somebody is speeding and that car didn't come back stolen or anything like that, because trust me, bro, he ran it. When it didn't come back stolen or anything like that, it don't matter who's driving.
This is Chris. This is the real issue. The cop was aggressive off top. If he would have just said, hey, man, you was speeding, the dude would have said, I know. The dude said to the cop.
He said, I'm running late.
He said, I'm running late. Just write me the ticket.
Just write me the ticket. He said that. He fucking said it. And that's all dude had to do. But dude didn't like that. He didn't like him.
He didn't like that. He didn't have control of the situation.
Yeah, he didn't like that at all. Like, don't tell me what to do type shit. He thought he was finna go find a whole bunch of other stuff.
Click the next one, man.
Steph said that was about the license when he said, yeah, it looked like he did to me. Chris says, yeah, I agree, Treasure. I would have done the same as you, roll up and yell, slow down and let him go. Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't have done that. I would have wrote his ass a ticket. Like, he ain't exempt from following the laws of the street.
No,
I would have wrote his motherfucking ass a ticket.
No, I'm saying,
but the thing is this.
I said, or.
Right.
When you said that earlier, I says, or I would have just let him go. I said, slow down. Because I've had him do that to me. Hey, slow your ass down.
I didn't have plenty of cops tell me to slow down.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this, is that I would have wrote his ass a ticket. I pulled him over. Yeah. I didn't pull you over for nothing. I would have wrote him a ticket.
That day, yes, he was on his way.
Yeah,
they were
that's
down
the same
street.
day as the game.
They were down the street from the stadium. So Tyreek Hill and the rest of those guys were literally on their way to the game. Like, he was on his way to go play. Reggie says what we need to do, strip them of their immunity so when they get sued, the taxpayers don't pay for it and the officers are held accountable.
Well, no,
That's a civil thing though.
Yeah. So what needs to happen is that we need to keep suing them. That way the taxpayers say, hey, we want our money. Because you know how lawsuits go. When you win a lawsuit, you go out to the person, you ask the person who messed up whatever happened. When you win a lawsuit against someone else, the judge says that you won, and whatever damages you allowed it. And then so it goes to the people. The people have to go back to court and say, hey, well, the people wasn't the one that pulled this man over. We want the police officers,
right,
or the company that owns the police officers
to pay for this.
It has a trickle down. And what's happening is the public's paying for it, but we're not telling our mayors and senators to go and get that money.
Right.
That's where the problem is.
So Chris says, okay, Treasure, so if I borrowed your car and I get a ticket, it's not on me, it's on you. No, it's on
the driver.
It's on the driver. But like if you parked my car and got a parking ticket and didn't tell me, then yeah, that would fall back on me. But if you're driving, the infraction is going to be on you. What we're saying is when they ran the plate, if the plate came back with his information on it, or whoever the car is registered to on it.
And he gave him his driver's license.
He gave him everything.
That's why he was saying, just write the ticket. Can't write a ticket without a driver's license.
Right. He said, yeah, but it's a function. Something is going on. Expensive vehicle. That could be a player. Let him go. Oh, yeah, I see what you were saying there.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what we were saying. They were
That's exactly what we were saying.
They were sitting.
They was down the street from the damn stadium. And that's why they were there.
Because that's why it was so many of them.
In reality, if you know how police work works, they're at the stadium. They're being paid by the people who are running the stadium for them to be there.
Right.
They're on overtime.
Right.
So all overtime with cops in any state is being paid by the function that's actually happening. So if you go to a football game here in Las Vegas at the Raiders Stadium, they're being paid by the Raiders Stadium for them to be there.
Yep. So they already knew they were there for that reason. That's why it was so many of them sitting in that little space, all talking it up. And you know what I'm saying? He said the NFL is pissed.
I believe they're pissed.
Yeah, they are, because they was like, that's
because
you
messing with the church's money.
And you don't mess with the NFL. So that's why I say this is going to be something that comes out of this simply because of how it went down. It wasn't a situation where, he was beating on his girl and got caught up and nothing like that. Like, he trying to get to the game.
He trying to go to the game.
He trying to get to the game.
He ain't had nobody in the trunk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. He ain't just snorted no cocaine.
Right.
And
Come on
beat a bitch down.
Right.
And,
yeah.
Touched a toddler. He's just trying to get to the game.
Regardless.
And not to say that him speeding was correct, because,
he should have got a ticket.
Right. If anything, he could get a ticket, but all that other stuff is unnecessary.
All the extra bullshit that the cop gave him is bullshit. He should have just wrote him a ticket and said, stop speeding, bro, and send his ass on his way.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
Excuse me.
Well,
how many of y'all watched the debate last night?
He started grinning from ear to ear, boy.
How many of y'all watched the debate last night, man?
First of all, I am a little saddened. It wasn't quite what I expected it to be.
The player this cop was aggressive. What was the same player the cop was there to protect? I don't know what that means.
Oh, the player this cop was aggressive with was the same player the cop was there to protect.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
He was being paid by the stadium.
You're being paid to protect me, not snatch me out my car, put me on the ground. And that's
why there's an issue.
That's why everybody is pissed. They're like, dude, you're only here today for me.
Think about this, Chris. You are a big guy, right? You're doing you're a comedy king, right? You're coming into a stadium and you pay for everybody to be there. You're paying for the security to be there, and the security officer at the door says, I don't know who the fuck you is. Fuck you. How you gonna feel when you done paid his salary?
Like, and
how you gonna act?
The only reason you there is because of
your name's on the billboards. You are like, what the fuck? Like, I'm paying you to punk me?
People wearing your jersey.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. And dude feel hella stupid, I'm sure, by now.
Hey, did y'all watch the debate though? Let's move on. We moving
So
away
Chris
from
said,
this.
I watched it.
Chris said he watched it. Did y'all watch the debate, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, public embarrassment with snatching me out of the car is fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So here's my thing. First and foremost, I just like to say that both candidates actually looked decent. They looked pretty good. Neither one of them answered the questions.
I don't think neither one of them answered the question.
Neither one of them answered the question at all.
They were all evading. They were both evading all the questions that were asked.
They was they was double dutching them questions.
Mm-hmm.
The only time Kamala looked and sounded decent and presidential like was when she responded about the racism part. Like the way she handled it, the way she said it, and the way she dealt with it was the only time when I was like, okay, you got 1 point. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, she got devoured. And there's some people out there that don't agree, but I don't know which debate they was watching.
That I have with Kamala is that she sounds like a damsel in distress, and I don't want nobody who sounds like they begging and crying
to be running
the corporation of the United States. Darian,
I'm gonna ask you a quick question because Darian says Trump had no plan on having any kind of real dialogue that stuck with the question that was asked of him to answer.
Yeah, neither one of them
did.
Can
you give me an example when Kamala did?
Neither one of them did. We're not even going to play that. Neither one of them did it. Neither one of them stuck to the question that was answered.
Not at all. Not at all. Because I'm like, every time. So like, there was that one particular question. Remember when they asked Donald Trump about the damn, I knew I should have wrote it down. It was something they asked him that stuck out with me. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, answer the question. Answer the question. Remember, I kept doing that. I was like, he's not answering the question.
Yeah, neither. Yeah, and
then she started.
So when they asked her about her talking with Putin, she sidebarred that,
right,
and was saying that she only talked to the guy from what's the guy's name?
The other. It was
from
Putin's
the other country.
Guy,
yeah, I can't remember his name right now. Sorry, man. These police got me heated.
Yeah, I'm still trying to come down off of that too.
Yeah.
Chris says, yeah, I watched it. I have to admit, Kamala for the first time didn't look like a fucking idiot. She did well.
She did well.
She did do well.
But the problem is this. The policies that either one of them have, Kamala's saying that she's giving gifts to the public. I want to know who's going to pay for it.
Who's paying for it?
Who's paying for that $25,000 that she wants to give to everybody? Who's paying for the $6,000 that she wants to give to everybody? Who's paying for the $50,000 that she wants to give to everybody? Where's that money coming from?
I'll explain this question. Darian says, please explain how she got devoured by Trump. Well, there was instances, if you pay attention to the stuff that Trump says, though he says it like a toddler, it's kind of like, nah, you did this. But if you listen to what he's actually saying or accusing her of, it be truth behind it. She'll come right behind him and say she didn't say something and then turn around and say she did.
Right.
And that's what I mean by he devoured her, because all she did was confirm half of the shit he said last night. And so, for instance, with the fracking, she did say she was going to be against fracking and she was going to ban fracking. She said that shit. Now she's like, he said, now she's all jumping on my policies.
They didn't, and Darian, they didn't ask her what she would do if she was vice president. They asked her how she would handle it if she was president.
Yeah, this is a presidential debate.
She should have those answers.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, it's because she's a vice president and not the president. She's trying to be the president. So she should have an answer. And the answer should be along the lines of the question. Just like Trump. There was a couple things on there where he just sidebarred the whole shit.
He started talking about some whole other shit. And I was like, neither one of them, like, it's a game that they play every year. So what they do, they go to their quarters and they figure out a way to turn it around to point the finger and the blame at the other party.
I didn't want to hit like the whole fucking shit was whack to me.
It was,
because all they did, it was a giant pissing match.
It was.
And I was like, where like, when is one of these people going to say, no, this is exactly what I'm about to do?
Right.
And he said, and the thing is like half the shit I would have said, this is what I'm going to do. And if in the other half of this shit, if I can get it through Congress, this is what it's going to happen. This is some bullshit.
Right.
These two people said they wasted 90 minutes of my life. Both of them got on the TV and fucking sidebar every real question,
every last
every
question.
real question that was supposed.
There was at no point in time that either one of them answered a question like directly. Was like, well, this is what I would do for that. Like, even when they asked her the simple question of, it was something to do with the abortion, and I think it was the guy. He says, "Kamala, what would you do?" And she like, "Well,
this is what Trump did.
And this is
such and such."
and I'm
motherfucker,
like, bro,
what would you do?
What would you do? Like, fuck, it's a simple question.
Same thing on his end when they was talking about Obamacare, when he didn't have I would have said, as of right now, I don't have anything for that.
But he did though, because this is what he said. He said, what I did was, he basically said, because I couldn't fix it, I've been trying to fix it.
Yeah.
He says, I've been trying. He says, once I come up with a plan and a policy to make this better, I am. And then he kept saying, we are working on that. We don't have it yet. And that's why it's still the way it is, because I left it alone. He said that.
Right.
So that's why I was like, well, that's the only damn thing he actually answered.
The problem that I had with the whole shit is that
absolutely,
when are we going to get a president and say, nah, fuck that, this is what's going to happen? And then I'm going to ask my congressmen and the House and the Senate to back me up on this. But this is what I'm coming to do. Fuck what she talking about. Fuck what you talking about. Fuck what you talking about.
Right.
When are we going to get a president like that?
And that Roe versus Wade thing, like, even with that, I guess and I haven't read it. So
that power should go. It should be back to the people, period. Yeah. The government should have not any say on what they do with us. We should be in the fucking voting booth telling our senators, our congressmen, our aldermen, our fucking police officers
our mayors,
what the fuck they
judges,
need to be doing.
Exactly.
It's our job to tell them what the fuck they need to be doing.
This is what, now when you talking about voting, the vote you should have did was about 6 months ago.
I'm sick and tired of people pushing the fucking shit down the road and saying, oh, let the government deal with that. No, motherfucker, tell them what the fuck you want.
Yeah, we the people. I keep saying, we the people. We the people. We don't understand that we the people who dictate on what happens. We control everything.
So when Trump put the abortion thing into the states' hands, he's giving it back to the people. When they say they're giving it back to the states, that means that the people of that state need to decide if that's what they want for that state.
Right.
If you don't like that state, get the fuck out of there.
Or vote accordingly.
Vote accordingly.
So that's what that means. That's why he even said, I don't think the government should be able to tell anybody what they can do with their body. Put it back onto the states.
Put it on the states.
In the state of which you live in, which you are, when you live somewhere, you are abiding by their policies and procedures. So you're saying I'm cool with being here.
Look,
then I agree with whatever this state is saying I'm going to do.
Look, we as the people got to stop being pussies. We as the people got to stop being wet noodle soup. That's the problem we're having.
Chicken noodle soup.
We being wet noodle soup, and we're allowing everyone else to decide what they want to do for us. We're allowing the government to go, no, this is what we're going to do because they think it's good for us.
Right. And in reality, it's good for them.
It's good for them. They only going to do what's right for them.
They ain't going to never do anything in our favor. It's never going to happen that way. Let's see what you got, Darian. It came down to making Trump look like an idiot. Harris engaged him to get on the defensive, and that's where the integrity of Trump.
I believe that's right.
I do agree that they both would not fully engage on a topic. Yeah, and so because she clearly don't like him.
Oh, yeah, you can tell that
she does.
You can tell that they don't
him.
like each other. Period.
He don't really give a fuck about her, but she don't like him. You could tell because that aggressive when she came out with that handshake, she was like. But it was the introduction. She was Kamala Harris.
No, so Reginald, when it goes back to the state, that means it goes back to the voters in that state. So what happens is each state is going to have to vote on what they want for their particular state on that particular thing. So the abortion thing, Each state has to decide what they want to do. And how they decide is everyone goes to their congressmen, to their mayors, to their governors,
their
and they say,
senators.
this is what we want as a people.
And that's how you vote. So like think of it this way. When we like all those billboards and shit that's lined up all throughout the valley, the Lisa Coles and the Robert Twix Taylor, shout out to Twix. All
Big
them
shout
people,
out to Twix, y'all.
those people are your local state senators, governors, mayors, public whatever. Those are the people that you vote into place that have the same policy that you have in mind, that are going to do the same things that you want to do. So when you vote those people into place, they're going to make the decisions on the behalf of the people. And that's why we say your local votes is what matters. You're never, when you go to the polls on November, whatever, you're not voting for the president. Hate to tell you, but you're not. It's the popular vote, which don't fucking matter. What only matters is your college. And yeah, like we were trying to discuss today, we don't know who's going to get the popular vote. Some think it's Kamala, but in reality, the college is not going to put Kamala in office. Y'all got to know that. What's this say? Chris says, yes, Californians, for example, can't tell New Yorkers how to handle their business.
Exactly. No. That's in every state.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a little quick history lesson. Every state in our country is its own country. They have their own borders.
You didn't know.
They have their own military. They have their own policing. They have their own things that they have their own budgets that they need to take care of.
No state does that, Darian, but in Roe versus Wade, you would be able to do that.
To do what?
It says, well, he made a statement about when the child has been born at 8 or 9 months, which I think is ridiculous. No state does this. So it's what he was also saying was
he was combating what another senator had
said, because he made that comment where he said, well, when the child is born, we'll figure out.
Let me look up the senator that said
the actual comment. Yeah, he made a comment saying something about, well, when the child is born, we'll figure it out. So you're going to wait till after this child is brought to complete term to figure out if you want to get rid of it or not. That's murder. And that's what he was saying, because in Roe versus Wade, if we look that up, we'll probably have to look that up and check that too. I think there's a portion in there that says you can terminate up to 9 months if you so choose, according to that. So he was saying you want to bring that back where you'll be able to do that. And it's kind of, it was, the argument was that it was the same thing. Chris says Trump also made the case that both Democrats and Republicans for 52 years wanted to put the issue back in the hands of the states. Yeah, I saw that. I heard that part too.
Yeah, it was an ex-Virginia governor that said that.
Reggie says, what I'm saying.
The former governor of Virginia said that they should wait till the baby is born, after birth abortion.
Yeah.
And it was during a Trump debate, and that's why he keeps saying that.
So Reggie says, what I'm saying, it should be up to the woman. No government should tell a woman what to do with her body, and women have to take the right away from the government who tells a man what he can do with their body. No, and that's what we're all saying.
We all say that.
We're all saying that.
But what we're saying is this: is who's paying for it?
Right. So since somebody's paying for it,
who's going to pay for it?
Somebody got to vote on
that. Because before, when Roe versus Wade was in, Medicaid and Medicare would pay for it,
which is taxpayer money,
which is our money. It's my money, and I don't want to pay for somebody who now if you are completely, if you raped or like if you're under the 3 possibilities, then I understand. But if you taking food stamps, TANF, and all the rest of that shit, and you decide to get an abortion and you're not paying out of pocket, you paying out of my pocket, I got a problem with that.
I got a problem with it. Or if you just don't know how to strap it up, you around here having sex, ain't
there's over 100
whatever.
How many?
And that's your way of going, oh, I'm just gonna go get an abortion.
Let me look up how many forms of
but I can't afford it, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through Planned Parenthood or whatever, however you want to do it. Like, that's what we're talking about. Chris says, well, Reginald, what Trump did was he took the power to tell a woman what she can do with her body out of the federal government's hand. Yes.
As of right now, there's 12 methods and 12 types of birth control.
Damn.
Why you can't use one of them 12?
Is it for real?
Yeah.
12?
12. Why you can't use one of them 12?
That's a lot cheaper than an abortion.
Right.
A lot easier on the body too. So, and that's the thing, like the thought process, I think that what people have is we're not looking at it from a different perspective. And I tell everybody, man, try to look at this shit from different perspectives to understand how people think and how and why people make the decisions that they make. Sometimes we look at it on a one track mind with our emotions, thinking, well, that's not right because of this, that, and the third. It's also not right for us to sit here and just pay taxes for people to just go out here and just willy-nilly do this, and this is their way of having birth control. That shit ain't right either.
Those women who want to have control over their bodies should go to the polls.
Should have control over their bodies.
Should go to the polls and say, fuck no, this is what we want. That's what they should do. They should be waiting on a government to decide what they want to do.
Because
they should go in there and tell the government what they want.
They're never going to decide in your favor, period. And that's something that you just got to know.
And as it is right now, if you need an abortion, you need to go to a state that offers it right now.
And how many states that offer it?
I don't know. I can look that up.
It's only so many that offer it right now, right? I know Nevada, I think, is still one. So come on over here and
17 states.
17 states offer it right now.
Yeah. 17 states offer abortions right now.
And going back to Kamala, I think that my biggest, like I say, she looked decent last night. I'm not going to, take that from her.
She looked good. She looked strong.
She didn't dog him out like some people were saying. Like
it almost looked like she was about to call him a motherfucker.
A lot of people said that.
It looked like that.
A lot of people said that, and that shit. Wait, what was our favorite part? Well, we was like Donald Trump just went straight nigga on us.
Yeah,
what did he say?
What did he say?
Oh my God, what did he say?
Yeah, he went because I'm the president or something like that.
He's something like that because it was something he said. I was like, me and Sean looked at each other and was like, that was some nigga shit.
Yeah, that was some straight nigga shit he just did right there. I think it comes down to what?
It says, I think it comes down to religious beliefs play at the same time. I think a woman should have a choice. Well, yeah, here's the thing. You should have a choice to do whatever you need to do with your own body.
And I agree with you.
Period.
And I agree with that. The problem is that nobody wants to go to their congressman or to their mayor and make them vote the way they want them to vote.
Chris says, overall, my take on the debate was this. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm getting it together. If you vote for Kamala, you are voting for a continuation of the way things are now. If you vote for Trump, then you are voting on a reversal of everything.
True.
Because it is going to be like night and day.
Even though Kamala said herself that she wasn't going to go against what Biden had already put in place.
She did say that.
So basically, we're going to continue in the economy that we currently have. Nothing's going to change
for another 8 years.
But she's going to add the stuff that she said, which is the $6,000, the $25,000 for the house, and then the $50,000 for new businesses.
50 something, yeah. So and here's our question. That sounds good. So all the people, all the I don't want to say the broke-minded individuals, but all the people who have never really had anything go, that sounds great, right? Oh, you're going to give me $50,000 to start me a business up. You're going to give me $6,000 for this. If I buy a house, I'm going to get $25,000 back. That's great. But what you got to ask yourself is, where is this money coming from?
Right.
How are you getting this money back? Because somebody has to somebody got to put in a pot for this to come out of. And that's what we're trying to ask. Where this money coming from, Kamala?
Can you read that one there?
Margaret Sanger started Planned Parenthood because of the babies they were having. Birth control started a way of keeping people from having feeble-minded kids. I don't know if you remember the home these kids ended up in, and they had to take care of these people, how it started. That's an interesting story. I'm going to have to look into that, Reggie. I'm going to look into that. But yeah, I mean,
I think Margaret Sanger started Parenthood is because she don't like the other hue. It had nothing to do with everybody having babies. I think she was trying to target a certain baby that she did not want.
Here and to piggyback off of what Sean said, This is something I want everybody who's watching right now, listen to me closely. I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. If you don't believe what he said has any truth into it, take a look at where these things are placed.
Yeah.
Take a look, because you're not going to find a Planned Parenthood in Seven Hills or in
Eugenics
Anthem.
is a big part of it. Yes.
You're not going to find a Planned Parenthood up in Anthem,
Nope.
up in
Summerlin.
Seven Hills,
Summerlin.
hell, Centennial Hills,
What's it called? Southern Heights or whatever.
Southern Highlands.
Yeah.
You don't see.
You ain't gonna see none of that
that
up
up
there.
there.
You barely even see they used to have corner stores that sold alcohol in our neighborhoods. In their neighborhoods, they have wine factories,
Right.
or what's the other thing called?
Distilleries.
What's the other wine place called out here?
What, Total Wine?
Total Wine.
Yeah.
They sell all the same stuff, but it's
Right.
just a different name and it looks better. It don't look like the corner store.
Right. You don't even the 7-Elevens
Yeah.
don't look the same. So I say that to say this. People target a specific ethnic group. You're not going to find certain things in certain areas. Think about how, if you live in a hood, right? How far you got to go to get good produce?
Right.
Because you're not finna get it in your hood. You're not
You're
finna
not
get
getting
it
it in your neighborhood.
off the Smiths, off of Nellis. You're not finna buy no oranges and apples from over there.
You're not gonna get lettuce from over there.
You're not
it
finna
look
do
bad
that.
over there, man.
You're not finna do it. So the thing about it is, hell, I even leave my neighborhood sometimes, and I
Depends on
got a
what we buy.
Sprouts. I got a Sprouts over here.
It depends on what we buy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to understand that though we may feel a certain type of way, the truth is in the pudding. When you look around and see what's happening, these places are strategically placed in neighborhoods where people of certain ethnic backgrounds dwell, where they hang out, where they just frequently are. That's where they put these places. Hell, you got a church and a 7-Eleven on every other corner on the west side. You don't see that anywhere else, is all I'm saying. So they say that they do things for one reason, but in reality, it's a whole nother. Darian says, is a tier tax good for America in Trump's plan versus current administration plan? A tier tax?
I don't even know what a tier tax is. Let me look that up.
If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like when you think of a house back in the day when they used to do that, not the fixed rate, but what was it called? Where your mortgage rate would change and fluctuate.
The better way to describe a corporate tax is a two-tier tax system. Corporate tax is not like multiple government situation, where two or more governments tax the same taxpayer instead.
Right, Chris.
With the corporate tax, the same government taxes two different taxpayers. The corporate, I don't think we've ever had a tier tax. It's predicated. Our tax system has always been predicated on how much you make. That's what
which is a tier tax.
That's what tier it puts you in.
Yeah.
So like it's always been predicated on
that's true.
How much you make. It has nothing to do. And those tiers go up as you make more money. So
Chris said, yeah, Chris is saying the same thing we're saying right now. He says, Darren, our taxes are tiered. Yeah, because if you notice, if you make a certain amount of money, you fall into a certain tax bracket. As soon as you go past that money, you fall into a different tax bracket. Like we got people at our job that will leave work because they're like, nah, I don't want to make that much money.
Because they don't want to be in that tax
They don't
bracket.
want to fall in a certain tax bracket.
Right.
So they'll make sure that they make just under it, so that they don't get taxed like that. And that's crazy to think about, but that does happen. Chris says, I'm at 22.5%, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Chris.
And that's before he takes any entitlements, if he has any.
Yeah. Total Wine, yeah, Darian.
Yeah, Darian, Total Wine. Yeah. You don't see the corner store that says liquor store.
Nah.
Up in those high price areas.
You're not gonna see that. You're not gonna see that. And that's why I said I'd be trying to tell people, man, like, pay attention to your surroundings. Like, the proof is really in the pudding of how life works.
This is
just go outside.
This is my prediction, y'all. Kamala Harris wins the popular vote. The electoral college puts Trump back in office.
There's some unfinished business, and he needs another 4 years to
This
do
is
it.
how I see it. You can call it like you want, but I'm gonna say it again for those who didn't hear me. Kamala Harris is gonna win the popular vote, and Trump is gonna win the Electoral College.
Chris says, me personally, I'm in a place where I don't really think it's going to matter who wins the election.
Pretty
And
much, and a lot of us are in that place.
a lot of us are, Chris.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to explain to my daughter the other night is that we're in a spot in our life with me and her mother.
Simply $100.
Me and her mother is in a spot where it don't matter who's president. We're gonna make money regardless. What did he say, babe?
He said, what's crazy is $100 will cost you a couple thousand because you moved up in that new tax bracket.
Yeah, for sure.
They're literally $100. So, yeah, some people will be like, I ain't going to work for the rest of the week. Chris says, my biggest concern is this. If Kamala wins, I think we are going to have World War III. That's what Trump said.
Yeah, that's what
Trump said.
But I mean, in reality, we're funding it. We're already funding it.
What kind of, and to kind
we're
of
already in World War III. We're just not actually sending our people there. We're funding it.
The thing is, and I kind of feel like, I don't feel like we would necessarily be in World War III, but I do feel like a lot of shit would happen because of the level of respect that she, portrays to have that I don't think she has.
Darren was talking about the import tax.
Okay.
The purpose of taxing imports, the way they tax them, is to bring jobs back to America. All our jobs has went over the seas, and in order to get them back, we need to put a high tax on them so people say, "Hey, we're not buying that no more." He's basically the same way they control the economy for inflation is the same way he's controlling where jobs are coming from with that particular tax.
He said, "Wait, he said if Trump wins, I think we're gonna have a huge civil unrest problem, which is kind of what we had.
We're already there now.
Yeah, we had that before when he was in office.
Yeah, we got people dying in the street.
Yeah,
right now,
literally.
Yeah. Steph says what, babe?
He says that alone is a bunch of bullshit. We shouldn't have anything to do with that war.
I agree too. I don't think that we should be funding that war.
I don't understand why we always are funding wars.
I think we should try to keep Russia at bay as much as we can, but the sending money overseas just to be sending it is not a good idea.
Well, and the thing about that too, like Chris says, if Ukraine goes too far with the weapons we give them, the Russians still have that ace card to play. That's a neat thing too. We left billions of dollars of weaponry and shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Just for them to take and have fun and go.
Oh, you're talking about over in Saudi Arabia and over there. Yeah.
So like we've already made mistakes.
It's over 86 billion or over $80 billion.
Billion, yeah, something like that. It's like $86 billion in weaponry and shit.
Reg, you're right. We need to stop spending money. Period. We need to put a tourniquet on all that.
Ben said that.
Yeah.
Ben said that's the power. That's the number one power that we all have. All of us. If we all just said we're not leaving the house tomorrow. One day, no gas stations, no grocery stores, no convenience stores, no nothing, bro, that would they would go, hold on. They would trip out because they're like, wait a minute. If they can do that for one day, we can't afford for them to do it for more than one day. One day would be detrimental, I'm telling you.
That's my prediction, Darian, is that Harris wins the popular vote, and the Electoral College is going to put Trump in office. Because the Electoral College, the popular vote don't matter. It's the Electoral College that puts people in the presidencies.
We do make money off the war to a certain degree, Steph, and I know why they be going to war for certain shit.
Well, I know why we're in Ukraine is because they don't want the Russia to turn into the USSR like they were back in the day. That's why we went into Ukraine. That's why we're paying
pretty much. That's what it's gonna look like, Darian. That's what I predict. It's gonna be the same thing like Hillary. She gets the popular, he gets the college.
I agree. I'm just saying it on National Part of It is Vision, so you can say, yeah, well, Big Sean said that.
Told you so.
Big Chris Sean said it.
I will say this much: I'm voting for Kamala. Chris stupid. Chris, you ain't voting for neither one of them.
Yeah.
I voted for Trump last time, and I've been shit on so bad for. If they find out you vote,
Chris, you so stupid, bro.
Well, it's because he was out there grabbing them. That's why.
That's the most 100% statement that I've ever seen anyone say on Potavision. Reginald, I say this all the time. I haven't said it on tape, but I've always said this, that we have the most influence, we have the most money that we put into we're consumers. If we took our consumer dollars and turned it into the power that it should be, where we put it in the right places. We too busy. We still buying Gucci, bro.
We too busy buying.
We still buying Rolls Royces. We still buying stupid shit.
Yeah.
We should be buying politicians.
Yeah, that's what we should be buying. We are the number one consumer.
Number one consumer over what, 3 trillion or something like
number
that?
One consumer. But we not. But according to the census and all that, we not the most popular in the world. But we're the number one consumer. So once again, stop buying shit. Stop buying shit and watch what happens. Stop going out just frivolously spending and see what happens. And you be like, wait a minute. They're going to start come knocking, calling. You need something? Reason why you ain't left the house to go buy nothing lately? You all right? Can we help you with something? Yep. You sure can.
Black consumers spend a significant amount of money in the United States, particularly in beauty categories. So we talking about hair weaves, y'all.
Talking about more than that.
Well, you know what I'm saying. We talking about them weaves, man. In 2023, Black consumers spend $9.4 billion.
Say it again, baby.
$9.4 billion.
$9.4 billion
on beauty products.
That's that Fenty.
So y'all just don't think y'all pretty enough.
Did you just blink like that? Did you just do that?
Y'all don't think y'all pretty, which is more than the U.S. average. Black consumers also account for a large percentage of fragrance and hand body lotions dollars. I seen all y'all down there at the Bath Body Works or whatever they call it.
That 3 for 3, baby.
Right.
Reggie said, look like shit.
Right. Even though they make up a smaller percentage of households that purchase these products, they're purchasing more than everyone else. Look, whereas African Americans have an estimated $1.6 trillion in spending power. So our spending power is $1.6 trillion.
Hold on, $1.6 trillion.
And we out there spending it on hair weaves and makeup and body lotions and Buffalo Wild Wings.
He said spend all that money at Sally's. They be at the big beauty supply warehouse.
They be at the big box. They
be at the Lux.
They be getting them wigs, man.
I be at the Lux.
Let me get them middle part bust downs, baby.
Look.
Like my boy on Anton Daniels be saying, the girls be buying up all these middle part bust downs.
Not the bust downs. But listen, we gonna wrap this up with some questions if y'all.
Yeah, y'all got any questions? He said, I cut my own hair over the toilet.
I ain't mad, Chris.
He said he likes the sweet smell of toilet water.
Look, I didn't even put that up there.
What?
When I become president, I told you that's what it was called. I told you that's what it was called.
Yeah, whatever.
I did it though. I did it at the end of the show.
I cut my own hair over the toilet. What did Darian say?
He says, I have a funny feeling that the electoral votes might this time be in favor for Harris. It just depends on how much they're going to dislike Trump to not giving them to vote.
This is not a factor of who they like. It's a factor of the country about to go bankrupt. So whoever has the best policy to get us out of bankruptcy is what it's going to be. And to give out $50,000 to whoever wants a business, you might as well just do PPP loans again.
All over again.
All over again.
The first thing.
And then $6,000 for people who have children, and then $25,000 for people to buy houses. That's probably not going to be what the Electoral College wants to hear.
Because
they're going to want to hear that they need to balance the budget.
The first thing that Trump said, the first two things that stuck out with me was that he said he was going to charge those tariffs again for China and all these other countries who haven't been paying. That he's been we've been losing.
They're still being charged. The
100
problem,
and what was it, 100 million something or
right?
100?
Yeah, they see the problem. The problem with that is this: we go overseas to China, Taiwan, and the rest of these places, and they only allow us to partner with them. They don't allow us to sell our products directly. So if I want, like, say I made a new dope cell phone or some headphones or whatever, and I wanted to take it to China or Taiwan or those other countries, they say, if you want to produce here and sell here, you got to get with our guys too,
Right.
and come up with a formula that works for our country.
For us too. Yeah.
They don't do that on the other end. They build their cars and they just send it here, and they weren't getting taxed for it. So they weren't partner with us, so we could steal their shit too, just like they steal ours.
Still ours, yeah.
So they take our technology and make their shit better, and then sell it to us without a tariff.
Right.
Without partnering with us.
And that's what he was
That's what the problem is.
Stopping to bring money back
right.
into.
So he's saying, okay, if you don't want to
USA.
partner with us,
right,
we're going to tax you.
Yeah.
And then that's how we'll make our partnership.
And then the second thing was closing the borders up. Those two things to me was
closing the border should be the first thing. Day one.
That's the first thing out of his mouth.
Let's shut this shit down. Let's not let nobody. I don't care if you even if you in the process of getting in good standing. Fuck that. Yeah, we just need to go in and just shut it down.
He said that was one of the first things he would do. He says, I'm closing the borders day one.
Over 20 million?
Matter of fact, he said the borders would be closed before he became president. That's what he said.
I mean, we bleeding money. They're giving them people. Have y'all looked into New York? They're giving them people $4,000 to $6,000 each.
And brand new apartments that they
brand new apartments for
furnished.
Free.
Furnished.
Come on now. Who's paying for this?
You, and you back there, and your baby, your kids.
Yeah, Trump.
Joel, what up, bro?
Reginald, you're right. Best thing Trump can do right now is sit the fuck down and shut up, and then let the Electoral College do their thing.
Right.
That's the best thing he can do right now. But if he get on national television and get to crying like he was when they was taking him to court, it's gonna be a catastrophe.
It's gonna be bad. Yeah, he cannot be the old Trump he was when he first made president. I don't even know how he made that, but he can't do that if he's gonna win. There's no way.
Hey man, I say just like Jay-Z say,
hey, don't stop these women from good day lace fronts.
Hey, Darian, like JC said, death to auto-tune. I say death to the middle part bust down. Let's get all these
middle part bust down.
Let's get everybody wearing their real hair. And if you ain't got no hair, that's cool. Get a nice cravatus. Get you a fade.
No, don't do that. Don't listen to him.
Get you a fade.
Do not listen to him. Listen.
Let's stop buying all this overseas hair.
Twist it up or something.
Let's stop buying all this overseas hair and wear your stuff natural. Wear your stuff natural. Your hair is like that for a purpose. You need to utilize it for what it's for. Stop trying to look like everybody else.
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, what happens when you take it out?
Yeah.
Now you a whole new bitch. Like, don't nobody know you. Don't nobody know this chick.
Right.
Like, you different. And I'm not saying, look, I got wigs.
Girls is turning
I get braids.
They go from Clark Kent to Superman.
You stupid. Like, don't get it twisted.
They go in the phone booth and it's like dun, 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 dun,
but it's not my everyday look. Like, I don't want to be, and if that's you, that's you. But
hey man, I like a good shaped bald head sometimes, man.
No.
If you bald and you got the little fade up joint going on, I'll be like, yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
Oh my God. Chris said the border, did you hear in Chicago, illegal Venezuelan immigrants just bought a house.
Yep.
Meanwhile, blacks are being displaced.
Yep.
That's the shit we're talking about.
That's the shit we're talking about.
That's the shit we're talking about.
We're losing everything that we were supposed to be doing here.
Wait, I hit the wrong one. I was trying to get
lizard head, alien head. Yep.
I was trying to get Joel's.
Baldy locks.
Not lying. Faded or lock it.
Baldy locks. James Earl Dome.
Y'all terrible.
He said, I want to see treasure. So why you trying to make my wife bald, bro? What's wrong with you?
Who trying to see me with bald head?
He said he want to see you bald.
Man, look. You already know I got a cute ass head too. You see me halfway bald.
Right.
I get a ball cap for you, Steph.
He said if you vote Democrat, you're a racist, right?
Wait, who said this?
Chris said that.
If you vote Democrat, you're a racist.
And also they copy what what you are developing and make. Yeah, that is right, Darian. They do that. Put that Darian one up, baby.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. The overseas they do copy and make their own version of it and sell it back to us for free without tariff.
Well,
yeah,
and that's why
exactly
he's
what's
like,
happening.
nope. Chris Dumb. He says, unfortunately, wait, is that no? Well, I don't even know about that. He says, unfortunately, my vote for Kamala is only going to hurt black folks, but I digress.
Chris, you so stupid. I love y'all, man. Y'all some of the greatest audience that we've ever had.
No, for real, man. We appreciate y'all. We glad that y'all can come on here and be yourself, and it's a safe place for you because we're gonna always protect our
hair is the top selling product for beauty supplies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They can't even keep hair on the shelf at the spot. They can't even keep it on the shelf.
No, for real. That's real shit. It's ridiculous. So Chris had a question earlier. Says, when we gonna have a cooking episode?
Yeah, man. We just been so busy, Chris. We in our busy season right now.
Yeah, and
every time I want to do something, I won't sleep more than I want to do a cooking.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Listen, the problem with us is that when we do finally get the downtime where we're supposed to be making reels and making videos and doing all this stuff, we look at each other, we go get some food and some snacks, we put on a movie, we get on the couch, we cuddle, we light a candle,
and then I fall asleep in the middle of the movie,
and we fall asleep and wake up giggling and be running around like two little kids. And so because we don't get to do that in Frolic, that's more like, it's more important, but we know we got to do better. And we're going to find the time.
So I know today was a rough show, and if I offended you, then that's okay. I just want you to think. I'm only offending you so you can go look it up. The
Steph said Trump 2024 MAGA.
I spoke hard and I spoke harshly today, and I believe the people that I was speaking about, they deserved it. I'm not going to take nothing back. I want y'all to look, study hard, and vote the way you're supposed to vote. If you want a certain person in there, you need to go out there and vote and make sure it happens for you, or get groups together, have coffee meetings and all that stuff. But y'all need to go ahead, stop sitting on your ass and letting everyone else decide what they want for you. You need to go out there and put your shit in there.
And honestly, just to kind of piggyback off of that, the funny thing is this: we sit here and we go at each other over who we're going to vote for, and we get upset with people because we don't like who they're voting for. But once again, neither one of y'all or anybody is voting for the president.
Yeah, hit Joel.
It don't even fucking matter. It's just to separate you in the first place. At least let you know up front what the play is, to where you prepare or move with it, or object the play totally. Harris run the play and tell you later.
Well, this is not financial advice, but I believe going into next year, y'all shouldn't be doing a bunch of extravagant trips. You should be buying them red bottoms. If you was planning on buying a new car, I would wait. I would stack your money up to see what's going to happen. And that's why all these other companies are doing the same. They're laying people off. They holding their money.
He's selling his Trump rally tickets. How much you selling them for, Reggie?
Reggie over here capitalizing off the Trump rally tickets.
He said, I don't think, what is that, Shanae ever going to leave? It's going, for the lace fronts.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
Shanae the middle part bust downs
forever. Right.
Hey, death to the middle part bust downs, y'all.
Not the middle part bust downs. So what is a felon and lifelong piece of shit? So what is a felon and a lifelong piece of shit?
What, Donald Trump?
The orange man.
Yeah, the orange man.
Yes, but like he said, be careful with your money, man. And then again, we talk about it all the time.
Watch your finance. I'm not a finance officer. Not yet, but y'all tighten up on your wallets now. Y'all kicking it a little bit too hard.
2 Trump tickets, $50.
You got to sell it for more than that. At least 100 each.
Right.
Yeah, come on now.
Joel says stock water, food, etc. fast, ASAP, ammo too if needed.
Yeah.
Or just sharpen them swords.
Yeah,
you're gonna run out.
You're gonna run out of ammo anyway.
Regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying don't get it, but you're gonna run out.
Yeah, you're gonna run out.
You're gonna run out. So
you can't have enough.
And besides that, you kind of want to be quiet when you do what you do, when you do what you do, when you have to do what you do. He says, Sean, you are a very smart man. Yeah, that's why I married him.
I try to be. I mean, I ain't versed in everything, but I dibble dabble. I dibble dabble in certain things.
Oh, okay. Steph was answering. I think it was Darian. He said that Darian was the other guy was talking shit about Trump being a felon.
Yeah,
They all them
them politicians
moving
are
children
criminals.
around and shit. And,
all them politicians
yeah.
are criminals. Every last one of them. He was just the only one that got put on blast. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. And then he
Yeah.
still like a lot of the charges were like
A lot of charges are still bogus.
yeah. And that's why he's saying I'm standing here. Like obviously this shit didn't go the way y'all thought it was gonna go.
All I'm saying is this: if
people would have to be wise to listen to you.
If you're the average working person, you need to structure your life where it doesn't matter who comes in the presidency.
Yes, Joel, all of them are criminals. He says people would have to be wise to listen to you. Chris, it's not even about them being wise. You just have to be able to open up your ears and honestly hear jewels when they're dropped. That's why I say we focus so much on who it's coming from instead of what's being said.
Yeah.
Stop worrying
Stop
about
looking at the presentation.
Whose mouth it's coming out of. It might come out of listen, you might get the best advice out of your worst enemy's mouth. It shouldn't matter that it's your worst enemy. What you should understand is God put you in a situation to hear something that was going to be powerful enough for you.
And for the guys,
take it.
And you're right, baby. But for the guys who say Kamala Harris is not a felon, she's only not a felon because she had immunity. She was a district attorney when she held back all that information from that guy getting out of jail. If she was just a regular person on the street, she would have had felonies for doing that. But because of the position she held, she was immune to getting those charges.
And furthermore, I say this. She is worse in my book because she locked up a lot of innocent people and laughed about it and thought it was a game. She created the 3-strike law where some of our people are still locked up to this day.
And if she didn't create it, she helped pioneer it with Biden.
Right.
Joe Biden started that.
Right. So that's
her
why
and Biden was in cahoots with that.
That's why I'm like, like we before we start pointing fingers, I need people to stop being in their feelings and really go look at what's going on.
What's weird is that people look at these politicians over the years and they forget what these politicians have done in years past.
Right.
Like they're not going back 10 years.
Right.
Like, I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, for a minute, because I'm ready to go to bed. But at the same time as this, Democrats had 12 years.
That part.
Republicans only been in office 4 years out of the 16.
Right.
So if something's fucked up,
who did it?
Right.
Let's be honest. Like numbers don't fucking lie, dude.
Yeah, let's go back to 16
numbers
years and figure it out.
I got out of my feelings a long time ago because like and I'm gonna tell you the last time I was really in my feelings was when Obama got it. And yes, I was one of them people that was like, oh my God, I'm voting for him because he's a black man, because I got emotional because my mom was still alive and she got the chance to see something like that because her growing up as a little girl, she would never thought we would see a black president in a million years. That was like a whole, that's not going to ever happen.
Yep.
So that was a celebratory moment just on how iconic it was and how well that man did his thing. We're not going to act like he was a piece of shit like that. Like that man did his thing. So after that, though, I started looking at things differently. I started looking at numbers. I started looking at people's background, their integrity, their character, and all these different things that went with being a president.
The Obama run is why I'm talking the way I talk now, because he went into office talking about hope and how he was going to help everybody out.
Gotcha, bitch.
And then he was like, gotcha, bitch. And all he did was help out people who are part of the alphabet community, the alphabet boys and girls, the ABCD, ABCP plus 2 plus and minus exclamation point, pound sign, all the rest of these fools.
Read Chris's vote. Read Chris's message.
What does it say? Call him to get in my vote because I want to make sure I can get pussy in the future. Hey, Chris.
That's the only reason she get my vote.
Right.
Chris, I'm done with you, Chris. I'm so done. Oh my God. I love it. Yeah, she did think it was a game. She is Joel, that's what I keep saying. She's dangerous.
She's dangerous.
She's extremely dangerous.
And
like,
everything's so funny all the time.
That's what.
What is you laughing?
Bro,
like people are dying.
Bro, right?
What are you laughing
You fucking
about?
with people's livelihood, and
Right.
you sitting up here laughing. Like
another giggle should never come out of her mouth. Every time she giggles, somebody should just hit her into her bust down. Right in the bust down.
Not in the bust down. Not in the bust down. What you say, Steph? Damn, I didn't even think about that. 12 out of 16 years. That's fucking, yeah. That's what we're trying to tell you. People are not thinking.
They're
People
not
are just
thinking.
saying
They're just
shit.
They're just in the moment. They're in the moment.
Being emotional, y'all.
Look what actually happened over the last
being
16
emotional.
years.
The last 16 years have been the Democrats.
Exactly. Well, 14.
Well, the last 12 years.
The last 12 of them then.
Have been the Democrats.
And then when the Republican came in, we had a good run until COVID hit.
Hey,
and
I'm
you can't
just
control
saying,
COVID.
I'm just saying that's facts, y'all. That's like fuck who it is, Trump, whoever. All we're saying is look at what happened during that. The gas prices were lower.
Gas was doing good.
Look,
man, they was fracking and friggin'
they was fracking.
Man, they was fraggle rocking.
Frack.
They was out there. Let the music play. Worry for another day. I know I'm old, y'all. I know I'm old.
Yeah, you just told your age.
It's all right. Yeah, she is on drugs, Isis, because she just giggly. She smoked good weed. She probably smoked the best of the best.
That's what I said. She think everything is fuck. No, for real. And then it'd be so, like, if you go back and look at some of the videos, some of that shit is so, like, you're embarrassed for her. You be like, nobody laughed.
Yeah, Joel, I did get tricked. I thought Obama was going to do something big for us, and he did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
He did absolutely nothing for the people that look like him.
I was playing signs, sealed, delivered, I'm yours and shit.
All he did was ensure that the alphabet community got everything that they asked for.
Yeah, she been planning this shit for 20, 30 years. You ain't never lied about that, Reggie. These people plan the 20, 30 years out. Yeah, for sure.
Reg, you shouldn't vote for president. You should vote for your local electors.
Yeah.
The people who are in your state you should be voting for. Those are the people that go up there and vote for the president. Your electoral college comes from your people in your state.
That's your senators, your governors, your lawyer, your judges, and
all that.
He said Fraggle, the Fraggle Rock. Yeah, your vote don't count for the president, but it counts for your local. And your locals is who count. Like, if you want a specific type of president, you got to vote a specific type of way locally.
You have to do it locally
because way. That's who you're voting for. Your electoral college. These are the
remember, Nevada. If you live in Nevada, Nevada's a blue state. It's because they vote blue because that's who we're voting in office to vote for blue.
Right.
So if you want a red vote, you need to go vote for people who want a red vote.
Yeah, Joel, it is. Joel said electoral vote, man. That's a whole other show. It is, bro. Yeah. It is.
The electoral college is who decides presidents. The public, that's why the popular vote has nothing to do with who gets into office. It's been shown with Trump and what was the chick's name? Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And there's been, like, if you go past the last,
who was the other one? It was
Bush and somebody.
Cheney, wasn't it?
I think it was Bush and Cheney.
Yeah.
Which Bush didn't get the popular vote, but the electoral college wanted him. There's a bunch of them. If you go back through history, you can go through all that stuff yourself.
Yep.
Bush and Gore.
There it is. Yeah. So, anywho, we gonna wrap this up, man. Once again,
we love y'all. Thank y'all for chiming on in every week.
Thank y'all for
I think this was a good show. I think we needed.
Yeah.
I think this was a show that we needed so we can get some stuff off of our chest. I'm sorry I went so hard on y'all.
Look at this shit.
But
he gonna go hard next week.
But deal with it.
Yeah.
And I'll see y'all next week at 8 p.m. I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams.
I'm Treasure Cheltenham, and I too am one of the hams. And this
is
the Ham Show.
This is the Ham Show, y'all. Y'all tune in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and we will see y'all next week.
Hey, listen, I love y'all. Please be safe. And all bullshit and jokes aside, it ain't even about color, race, sex, creed.
It's not about none of that.
We need to start loving on each other. We need to start uplifting each other. We need to start coming together.
It's about getting politicians that are working for us, for the majority.
Love you too, boo-boo.
It's working for the majority. Not everybody gonna be happy about what politicians do,
Yeah,
But we all
that
did.
just happens.
If you want to have a say, go down there and vote for your local officers, and then make them do what the hell you want them to do.
Make them do what they say they gonna do.
Right. Y'all have a good evening.
We out.
Love y'all. Peace, chicken grease, and aloe vera lotion. And I'll see y'all next week.
Peace and blessings, kings and queens.
Hit that
Y'all
button,
stay
boy.
focused. We out, Drew.